Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am the budgeting esthetician, and today we're going to be doing a stuffing for my first paycheck of January, which we're going to be stuffing everything today, all my expenses and my sinking funds and savings all in one go. And by the way, I'm a cashless cash stuffer, so all these bills you'll be seeing up here are prop bills. We do have some cash that I get from cash tips that we will talk here in a minute about what I'm going to do with that money and start doing with that money. But I don't like to stuff everything with cash. I like to keep as much in the bank as I can to get rewards from that. But yes, I am a cashless cash stuffer, and then I do get paid bi-weekly. So what I sometimes do is budget out just my expenses and then just my sinking funds and savings, and I take whatever my income ends up being, because my income is also variable, by the way. And once I see what my income for the week is going to be, I take that minus what I put towards my expenses and figure out whatever I have left for my sinking funds and savings. So we're putting $975 into our expenses today, and we are putting a total of $1,099 into our sinking funds and savings today, which means our total income was $2,074. My full-time income was $1,873. Let's add that up just for fun. So that's what came through on my paycheck from my full-time job. I made $170 in cash tips. $11 was my cash back that I earn on putting all of my purchases on my credit cards and then paying them off, and then $20 in interest from my high yield savings account, which is a great reason to do cashless cash stuffing or digital budgeting in general. So that is that $2,074. We will start, as always, by stuffing my expenses first. But actually, before we get into that, let's count the bills up here and make sure that we have $2,074 right here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000, 200, 53, 54, 55, 5600, 650, 650, 670, 90, 710, 30, 50, 70, 90, 810, 30, 50, 70, 90, 910, 1,910, 1,920, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 1980, 1985, 95, 2,000. Okay, I'm going to put these down for a second because I just can't hold this all at once. So that's 2,000, 2005, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 60, 2, 4, 6, 8, 70, 2, 3, and 4. So $2,074 is what we have right here. Oops. Yeah, go watch kind of some of my previous videos if you're newer here and you want to know other reasons as to why I like stuffing this way. I do feel like stuffing does help me visualize the amount of money I have in each category. But yeah, it's just not very convenient for me to pull out all the money in real cash. So, but like I said, I will show you what we do with our real cash here in a bit. And technically speaking, that money is, obviously in cash and not really in my bank accounts. But again, we'll talk about that here in a second. So we will start in my expenses and savings binder and start with my fixed expenses, aka my bills here. So for housing, that is getting $200 today. So it's just two $100 bills. That is $400 a month now that I give to my family that I stay with. Insurance is getting $148 for my health insurance and $39 for my car insurance, which is a total of $187. So that's how we're stuffing it today. 150, 70, 80, 5, and 7. We'll put that in here. All right, and now insurance has 1, 150, 170, 190, 200, 10, 15, 20, 4, 2, 4, and 5, 225. Now in insurance, eventually my health insurance is going to come from my work, I believe, so I won't always be stuffing that, but for now, I do stuff it. Okay, student debt is my Sallie Mae loan. That is getting $139 today. 120.30, 579. I do pay more than the minimum, like I think more than double the minimum, in fact. In here, because I do want to get this paid off in the next 3 years. So student debt now has 1, 2, 20, 40, 50, 65, 72, 4, 6, and 277 in student debt. Okay, phone bill is just getting a 20 today. It now has 40. And there, memberships is for my gym membership to Planet Fitness and membership to my local yoga studio. So combined, those are getting 47 today. 20, 40, 45, 47. All right. If you guys have never tried yoga before, highly recommend. But memberships now it's 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 125, 130, 132, 4, and 6. 136 in memberships. And subscriptions is getting 7 today for my YouTube Premium subscription. That is currently basically the only subscription I have to like an entertainment type subscription. So it now has 5, 10, 15, 17, 19, and 21 in there. All right, moving along to my variable expenses here. Gas is getting its normal 25 today. Groceries is getting $250 instead of just $200 today. I did have to do a little bit extra shopping this paycheck, so $250 in there. Sometimes I can predict that based off of, you know, what's low in the pantry or what have you. And then spending is getting its normal $100. This is for any personal care items, eating out, if I buy coffee out, anything I want really. All right, and then one of the new things you'll be seeing in this video today are these new envelopes that I bought from an Etsy shop. Did I bring over? I did not bring over her business card, but every Etsy seller that I have anything in this video from is always linked down below, and I try to give like a brief description of what I have from that Etsy seller, so I will list that in the description box. But her name is Emily Design, and I bought some new envelopes, a new style for my savings back here, as well as the thing that I'm going to be doing for my real cash. So, but yeah, I wanted to try with this kind of like zipperless pouch because I felt like I've got too many bills in here sometimes to have done like laminated, but I was really not loving the zippers in here, especially when all my other envelopes in here were laminated. So they're all the same categories, just different envelopes. And actually, let me go down here to the right page. But okay, so ahead, those of you who've been around for a while know that there's 1,500 in there, and that is good for its current goal. Same for cushion, it currently has 500 in here, and that is at its current goal. But we will be adding to rainy day today, which we are doing this savings challenge actually for right up here from Simply Budgeted, also linked down below for you guys. We are trying to save up at least 1,500 back in here, though I think I'm going to try to do that twice over this year and get this fund up to $3,000. This is basically an emergency fund for me. And so for this challenge, I made each of these coffee cups $75 because doing the whole challenge once gets you 1,500. And today, you guys, we are adding $225 because this was such a big kind of paycheck for me. So that is 3 of these coffee cups we are filling in today. So 1, 2, and you guys, we just started this at the beginning of January, so it is only halfway through February, 1 paycheck through February, and we already have over $500 in here. So yeah, not quite halfway done yet, because I don't think I will be able to finish it that fast, but we're just moving along very nicely here. All right, and instead of adding this in denominations of 75, I will just be adding it as 1, 220, and 5 today. So that's gonna go and get added in here, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 520, and 525 in that envelope. All right, and for savings, we are doing a different savings challenge, this $500 savings challenge here from Minimalistic Budgets, doing stuffing odd amounts here, since like I said, my income is variable. So we are adding $24 in here today, but we are doing that in an 11, an 8, and a 5. If you want to know kind of how I came up with those numbers randomly, I went with an 11 for the 11 for my cash back, 8 because my paycheck ended in 8, and then whatever was left over after I added to everything else, basically. So let's cross all those off. I believe there is only one 11, so I'm just going to cross off this first one I see here, an 8, which let's do this one right here, and then a 5. Let's see. Let's do this one right here. And for this one, though, to make this more fun to condense at the end of the month, I will be stuffing this in those kind of weird denominations. So 10, 11, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then a 5. So we are adding 10, 15, 20, 2, 3, and 4 in here. And let's see. All right, now savings should have 70 actually. 20, 40, 50, 5, 65, 67, 68, 9, and 70. Yeah, I tend to, in my other sinking fund stuff, numbers divisible by 5, so I am doing this savings challenge with weird kind of numbers to challenge myself to budget and stuff odd numbers in at least one category. Okay, so that is it, you guys, for my expenses and savings. So we will move along to my sinking funds next, and we will start, as always, my long-term sinking funds binder. So these are just sinking funds I spend out of less often. And annual bills is getting 5 today, so now it has 10, 15 in there. These are obviously bills that just come due annually, so this only gets unstuffed when those bills come out. Business is also getting 5, and it also just now has 15. This is just for any business expenses that come up. Car has got, or is getting 10 today, and now it has 1, 2,000, 20, and 30. This was saving up to get a new car for me, hopefully this year. All right, and then home is getting a lot here today. So this is a $5,000 savings challenge that I am stuffing to potentially move out in 2025. We are currently stuffing furniture. Go watch, I believe it was my first stuffing of January, if you want to know kind of what my budget is, like how I've worked it all out for this fund. But in this challenge, to break up that $270 into numbers that made sense. And I'm trying to get rid of like the highest numbers first and kind of go backwards from there. So we're going to stuff two 60s today. Let me find those and cross them off. There's one right there, 60. And there's another one. Two 55s. Let's see, here's one down here. And there's one up here. And then two 20s. I'm going to do one, there's one down here, and then one all the way over in this corner. And the only reason I did two 20s instead of a 40 is because I hadn't stuffed any 20s yet, so. And for this fund, I will also be stuffing this in these denominations, so 50, 60, and again, 50, 60, 55, again, 50 and 5. And then two 20s. I know that's probably weird, but it's just, again, to make the condensing more fun. So 51, 52, 20, 40, 50, 65, and 70 going into here. And we already have 1,000 in essentials, so now 1,000. 1,001, 2, 3, 54, 5,500, 20, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85. 1,585 in my home envelope. All right, moving along to medical. It is getting 10 today, the last 10 actually. It now has 1, 2, 3, 20, 30. Pet care is getting 50 today, so it now has 1, 2, 50 in there. This is for a future pet. Don't currently have one. And then travel is getting 250 today, and that is going into stay. Trip has 500, food has 250, and Misc has 250, so there is 1,000 in there, and with this 250 we will have 1,250. I'm not going to get all that out and count it. Our goal in here is to have at least 2,000 as soon as possible. All right, and last but not least, for the stuffing of this paycheck, at least, we're going into my short-term sinking funds binder. All right, adventures is getting 5 today. This is like my fun category. It now has 50, 70, 85, and 90. So yeah, these are things that I spend out of more often, but get smaller amounts each stuffing. Clothing is getting 20, 50, 70, 85. Because the goal is really just to keep up with them as I spend out of them for the most part. Giving is also getting 20. It now has 50, 70, 80. This is for giving of anything I want to anybody else other than me. And then holidays is getting 5 today. It now has 50, 65. It's for anything, any holiday get-togethers, decorations, anything related to holidays. Household is getting 5 today. It now has 10 and 15 for any household items, toilet paper, cleaning supplies. Miscellaneous is getting $120 today. This is like a backup spending category for myself, basically. It's getting a lot of extra money right now because I'm hoping to make a big purchase and buy a bike here soon before springtime. So miscellaneous now has 1, 2, 3, 350, 370, 390, and 410. But yeah, so instead of miscellaneous, you could imagine this just being called like personal or something along those lines. And then pamper is for any services I like to get. massages, facials, pedicures, haircuts, anything like that. So that is getting $75 today. I do work in the spa industry, so I do get regular massages, and I just invest in general in these kind of services. But yes, Pamper now has 1, 2, 50, 70, 90, 305, which a lot of that's going to get unstuffed in my next video. Yeah, I won't spoil it. Okay, then I will be right back. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys now the other thing that I bought from Emily Designs, which I wanted to show you, by the way. I remembered to bring this over for some reason. She gave me a freebie of a little $100 savings challenge tracker, and then a free little pin as well. But I'll move those away and show you what else I actually purchased from her. I got this adorable little A7 binder. Came with a little marker with it, as well as this bookmark and this little keychain all came together, and it's a little savings challenge binder. I'm going to pull out that guy actually. Okay, so yeah, it's a little savings challenge binder with little sections of amounts and an envelope for each of those amounts. So what I'm going to do with my real cash that I get in cash tips is use this binder and fill these out. Now, if you add up everything in here, it equals a total of $200. My rent is that I pay to my family is $400 a month, and they prefer cash if at all possible. So what I'm gonna do is basically try to fill each of these envelopes with like double the amount than what they call for to stuff $400 in here. If I'm not able to reach 400 every single month, that's okay. But yeah, I figure this way it'll be a little bit fun to do it kind of this way with you guys. And I wanted to get something else from her. I thought it was super cute, and it came with so much. It was like such a good value in my opinion. So I have, I think in my last video I counted the real cash I already had sitting around, which should be 160, 20, 40, 60, 80, 91, 10, 25, 35, 45, 55, 60, yes. So if you saw on my tracker, I got 170 this past paycheck in cash tips. So this is 160. I think I only got 60 the first week of this past pay period. So I don't know, I added that to a random amount of cash I had left over as well. In the future, I think I'm going to stuff my cash tips in here until it reaches that 400 and not count it towards my savings. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, and I'll just have to wait until next paycheck to kind of see what I want to do with that. But yeah, so we have this here, and I'm going to add in, I saved just what I got last week, which should be 110, 20, 40, 60, 85, 95, 105, and 10. And we're going to add all this money together, and let me just put it in the tray here, and I'm going to stuff it into here with you guys today. And what I've done is already gone through, and like I said, I'm going to try to stuff each of these envelopes with double the value that they actually call for to get to that 400 instead of only 200. So I've done the work already to figure out what the denominations I have. I'm going to go ahead and stuff all the categories that I can fully first with the right denominations, and then in the future, as I get, stuffing in here in the future, I can make change, if that makes any sense. Hopefully you'll kind of see as we go along. But section 1, we are going to be able to completely finish. So I'm going to take my little marker right here and check all 3 of these off. So we have 5 first, so it's going to get 2 5s in this envelope. Uh, 15 is going to get 2 10s and 2 5s, or 10, 25, and 30. And 25 is going to get 2 20s and 2 5s. So that envelope has 20, 45, and 50 instead of 25. Like, and also you guys, quick note, another reason I don't like doing real cash, like, look how bad these bills are, you guys. Like, look how gross, like, especially the 10s. I feel like 10s are always so nasty. And this 5 right here is grody. It looks like somebody, like, burnt it. But yeah, I find real cash so gross, you guys. Okay, so that is that. For section 2, we are only going to be able to double stuff 5 and 30. So I will mark those off. And 5 will get 2 5s again, so 5 and 10 going in there. $15 is going to get these last 2 10s and then 2 5s. So 10, 25, 30. And 30 is going to get, wait, you guys, I wasn't supposed to stuff that one. Okay, putting this back. 30 is going to get 2 20s and then these 2 10s. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 20, 40, 50, 60 in here. Sorry, you guys, if this video is a mess. Hopefully what I'm trying to say is going to make sense to you. And then for section 3, we have 5, 25, and 25, and all these are going to be completed today. So 2 5s for 5 means there's 10 in there. Okay, 25 is getting 2 20s and 2 5s. For 25, 45, no, 20, 45, and 50 in there. And same exact thing, which should be the rest of this cash here for the other 25, 20, 45, 50. So that is all the cash we have for now. So obviously nothing in section 4 is getting done today. And yeah, like I said, as I get cash tips, we will just kind of figure out what to stuff, and I will have to make, like I said, if I have to make change in certain envelopes, I can. But I think for my bookmark here, let's maybe put it in front of section 2 since we just have that one left. But I'm realizing now, I don't think I counted all the cash together. But that's $270 now in here. And then you've got just a cute little binder with all my cash in it, and it's one little challenge. I don't know. I just thought that was a cute idea. But that concludes this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not sure, honestly, if my next video, I think, because I have to do an unstuffing, and I still want to show you guys, I know I'm not going to have time to in this video. I still wanted to show you guys my January, like, monthly recap. That was kind of too awkward to film last time, the way I'd planned it, so maybe I'll do the unstuffing, my expenses stuffing, and show you guys that in my next video. Then the week after that will be my sinking funds and savings stuffing again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and you'd like to see more content exactly like this. All that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and your week until I see you again, and I will see you guys later.